We have two 60-foot 12 ring storage bins right here. I believe they're 18 foot apart. We have two 48-foot 10 ring bins here, and they would be, I think they're 10 foot apart to bin in this drawing. We have a 115-foot discharge elevator. It would be 115 foot at the bottom of the distributor. We have a loadout bin, holds about 3 truckloads. These two bins right here, the unloads come in, dump into a little bypass hopper in the tail of the receiving drag. Support tower, there's a 15-foot bin, so this drawing shows 14 foot inside here. That can be expanded wider if needed. The conveyor has 20 foot of conveyor at a 45-degree incline to go up to the elevator. And then we have 35 foot of horizontal and a 45-degree incline there. With that elevator height, that's figured with the base of the elevator, about 2 foot lower than the base of the grain bins, as far as the top concrete height to top concrete height. These two larger bins, I didn't draw the unloads on them. Wasn't sure if you were going to want to bring the unloads out here with a jump auger going up to the elevator, or if you wanted to come out the back side here, you could bring them out here, load them onto a truck with an auger or belt conveyor, or you could put a little conveyor coming off the back side of this elevator that would go back here and catch these two bin unloads. And then in the future, you could add bins here and have them dump into that same conveyor and have conveyors on top going back to them. So not sure the layout of where you're putting this facility, but that would work very well. This truck loadout, this is not a must for this system. We can reclaim everything to the elevator, and we can just have a truck loadout spout here where we just unload out of the bin and go directly onto the truck. If you want to let that wait for a year or a couple years and do that at a later time, that would be possible. But if you would ever want a loadout in here, truck loadout, you would want to make sure you put the concrete in at the same time you're putting the concrete in for the conveyor. I would recommend that if you want to run an actual 10,000 bushel an hour on this receiving, you're going to want a 10,000 bushel an hour conveyor, and you're going to want at least a 12,000 bushel per hour elevator. 14-inch spouts, because that way you don't need to adjust gates or anything in this conveyor. You do close to 20% more capacity on the elevator than the conveyor. That will work best that way. Pretty nice layout there. When you're ready to build, we can throw some measurements to that. We just change the view, and I can put measurements to everything so you know how everything sets.